As you can see here, we are currently with the Kia EV5. This one is the Earth model. Now, saying that out loud, I'm kind of expecting Captain Planet to jump out of somewhere. But anyway, this one's dipped in the $600 option Tidal Blue, and that is a color, not a laundry detergent, from Aldi. Now, I didn't buy this one. Kia gave me the keys and they said, tell us what you think of it, have it for a week, tell us what you think. And I was gonna do a proper review in this. I was gonna drive it around and tell you if I thought that this was worth $70,000, except I forgot to charge it last night. So it's a Sunday morning and I've got to run to a family thing. I was going to do this before I did that, but it looks like you're coming with me and we'll figure it out along the way. All right, so we're on charge now. This one's a 150 kilowatt charger. If you believe in fairy tales, there are 350 kilowatt ones floating around, but this is coming in currently at about 120 kilowatts, so we're not getting the full 150 at the moment. Kia will say this will go from 10 to 80% in about 38 minutes, which is just about as long as it took me to download the app, figure out the payment, figure out how to jump onto this charging port. But we're charging now, so we'll leave this go for a bit and I'm gonna go, I don't know, grab some food or something that I don't need. I really didn't need this. Once you're fully charged and you're out on the road though, it's actually quite nice in here. The steering has a really good weight to it. The ride's quite good. It doesn't feel like you're piloting a Roomba like some other electric cars do. 0 to 100 is in just over 6 seconds, which isn't quite Tesla Model Y speeds, but it is going to beat your mate's diesel ute. It's also quite wide, and the bonnet doesn't fall like a lot of cars do, so you're quite aware of how big the front and just the car in general is. Overall though, it's quite nice to drive, and this kind of squarish, square steering wheel, yeah, quite a nice car. Now I might just pull over here, or pull off the highway here, because I know a spot on the way, which I normally go to, it just so happens to be along the way, so I might pull over and take you through some other things in the car. So up until the launch of the EV3, this thing was kind of the middle child between the EV6 and the EV9, and to be honest, it's probably the more responsible one. It's not as batshit crazy as the EV6 with all the power, and it's a bit more practical than the EV9 in terms of storage space and stuff like that. But what do you get if you're buying the Earth over the Air? Well, you get dual motor, so one at the front, one at the back. More power, you get 230 kilowatts of power. This battery weighs more than a small, like a baby elephant. It's over 500 kilos. So in all, you're looking at 2.2 tons for this EV. And with this blue paint optioned, it comes out to about $69,500. So let's call it 70 grand. And yeah, it's more practical than the EV9 and a lot less money. So while we're on that topic, underneath the electric tailgate, when it opens, is 513 litres with the second row in place. It's a good usable space as well. You've got nooks and crannies, you've got a proper power outlet, some hooks and yeah, all that good stuff. You've got some more storage space down below, and then yeah, more storage space down there, so it's like a second floor. When you fold these down, you get 1,714 litres. So yeah, in all, like I was saying, more space than the EV9. Now, just like the Tesla Model Y, you get a frunk as well. So you get 67 litres of extra space in here, and it'll take about 25 kilos of luggage. In total, the Model Y gets more storage space all over. But if you're looking at like a normal internal combustion car, like a RAV4, this gets more storage than something like that. Actually, we'll go handheld for this one. The back row. This is my driving position here. Heaps of room. Heaps of room. Heaps of headroom too. USB-C. USB-C. You got your air vents here. A nice big storage. I don't know what you call that drawer. Storage drawer. Map pockets. Armrest. I mean, there's not much to it, but it's a nice place to be. Yeah, quite nice. All right, we gotta get out of here. We're running late. So where were we? All right, to wrap up. Well, it drives like an SUV should. It's quite spacious inside. You saw the back row, you saw the boot. Quite spacious. It's got a cool kind of blocky design. For the most part, the tech works quite well. Like the screen snappy, it's just some, you know, you shouldn't have put this there, whatever. And I didn't spell this out when I was in the boot, but it's also got the vehicle to load socket, basically a power socket in the boot. So you can, if you're out and about, you can plug your laptop in, you can run basically any appliance off it as well. So that's another cool feature. Some other things you might be interested in though about the drive experience. Well, you got some driving modes. You got eco, normal, sports, snow. They all do what they say on the tin really. I haven't needed to go into sport. I've been there twice, but it was just for shits and giggles. Nothing practical, no practical reason. Eco's had more than enough power for me just to daily this and do what I've been doing. The other thing is there's heaps and heaps of safety systems on this. This is probably going to bong and beep in a second because I'm looking over here, but there's driver attention, there's lane keep, there's autonomous cruise. It's got the full safety suite, which is good in a car like this when you're carrying a family around, I suppose. So what don't I like about it then? Well, the cup holders are down around your ankles. This screen here, you've kind of got to pop around. I don't like where that's positioned. What else? This armrest, well, I like this. This is just a waste of space. This should be more storage. It should be up higher. Yeah, I think the other thing is because of that, the storage is right down here. So if you've got something under there, you've got to lean quite forward. And then the other thing is it's an EV. That was a longer stop than it should have been to charge up in a petrol car. Now I've got this. Now I've got that. I'm going to be bouncing off the walls for the rest of the day. What's the verdict on the EV5 Earth? Well, it's spacious. It's smart. Could be the best use to 70 grand if you're looking for an EV or maybe even an SUV. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Just make sure you charge it.